Hi, I'm Shawn Johnson East. This is Behind the Easel, and I am painting a portrait of my family. I don't know how to draw people, so I have envisioned 5 sticks with heads. That's about it. My kids are into a lot of activities already. I'm sorry. I am drawing my husband, who looks like he must have very short legs and the world's longest torso and tiny little arms. Sorry, babe. My daughter is into ice skating. My son, Jet, who's 3, is into everything BMX and motocross. He's like my daredevil. My son, Bear, who just turned 10 months, is just a ball of joy, and he is walking already, which is crazy. My parenting style has changed and evolved over the years. When I had my first baby, so Drew, my daughter, I thought I could control everything. I was like meticulous, I was obsessive, I was like perfect, every milestone, every rule. Now I have 3 little wild things running around my household, and I no longer have any control. So I'm just kind of like, whatever. I am for sure bad cop, and Andrew is good cop. My husband is just like another kid in the most beautiful way, but just like the kids always want to play with him, whereas I still have that tendency to want to control everything, and I will just be like, no, we can't make another mess. My husband will make the biggest mess in the entire world. I just want to keep everything looking nice. I don't know what this is, guys. These are like trees. My kids did have RSV. Drew, unfortunately, had RSV a few days after I brought Jet home from the hospital, which was really scary. And then 6 months later, Jet got RSV. He was 6 months old, and he ended up having to go to the hospital. It was definitely one of the scariest moments, having to call an ambulance for my son. I felt very helpless as a mom, seeing my kids go through this. There's so many things that get thrown at you as a parent. It's not yourself. I wish I could just put myself in their body to know what they feel like and how to fix it. With virus season approaching, I have just tried to do everything that your pediatrician tells you. Wash hands, eat healthy food, get outside, and still let my kids be kids, because you can't take their joy away either. We try to balance being parents and having like personal lives by being really meticulous with our scheduling. Every Sunday night, my husband and I will sit down and we'll talk through like what the next week looks like, when we can go on a date night, what activities the kids have, if we have to like split up the family at all, which we don't like to do, how we can fix that. We truly try to schedule like every part of our day for the entire week, so we know we have like protected our family time. We have a lot of people in our family. How did that happen? They just taught me how to have fun again. I feel like I got so consumed over the years with thinking about like what other people cared about. I was such a people pleaser for so long, and my kids just came into this world and were so full of life and could have fun doing the smallest things, like finding rocks. And we try to give our kids a positive relationship with sports, encouraging them to do things that they love. We believe as parents, it's our job not to make our kids successful, but to help our kids find something that they love. I think if you as a parent can help foster a passion in your child, a passion will teach them so many traits that will probably lead them to success at some point in life in some fashion. But whether that's in piano or math or robotics or art, clearly not mine, or sports, we don't want them to feel like they have to like follow in our footsteps, because they're different humans and they have different passions. Our kids are wild, and they definitely have an athletic gene. My son, Jet, rode a bike without training wheels at the age of 1. He rides a full-on motorcycle now on like professional tracks at the age of 3. My daughter is obsessive about ice skating. They love rock climbing, and they love being active, and my 10-month-old is already walking, running. They definitely have the athletic gene. It's an absolute honor to know that I inspired so many gymnasts to hear things like Jordan Chiles, she inspires me. So like, it's a pinch me moment. And to see how she has affected my daughter and being able to see my daughter watch her at the Olympics, it just feels surreal. I just want to say thank you. I was in gymnastics because I loved it. And I think if I was able to influence people in a way that got them into gymnastics because I just loved it so much, I think that's really, really special. I'm gonna attempt to draw a dog. I don't know how to do that. That is a horrible tail. What? How has our relationship evolved over the years? Nastia and I, we were best friends training, and at the Olympics, we were roommates. We were 16 and 18 years old. We were kids. I felt like we were under the spotlight and scrutiny so much to be each other's top, like, biggest competitors. And we had figured out on the competition floor how to be best friends and competitors. But when the world kind of started interjecting how we should handle it, they said we should also be each other's worst enemies as well. So we didn't speak for 8 years. And 8 years later, our boyfriends at the time got so tired of hearing us talk about each other that they said, enough of this, just go talk to each other again. And we did. And ever since then, it's just been like we haven't skipped a beat. We're each other's biggest fans, best friends, biggest supporters, and we just love each other. It was amazing. It also was really confusing for both of us because we were really nervous. We didn't know how to like rekindle that. But then we met here in New York and we had lunch, and it was truly within like 2 minutes, we were back to being best friends. We both said the same thing of like, I don't know what happened, but I miss you and I miss us. And then it's been that way ever since. Simone, Suni, Jordan, every single girl who has competed has changed every aspect of our sport. They have made it fun again. They have made it inviting and a place where you can be yourself and you can prioritize your mental health and your physical health. They've made it way harder too. They've evolved the sport so much that I'm really glad I'm not competing. They've defied odds. Even seeing Suni's story, she truly proved to the world that she could do something doctors told her wasn't possible. And it's been really special to be front row to it all. Would I ever consider coaching or going back to gymnastics in some way? No. I finished my time in gymnastics. I love being a cheerleader. I love being a fan. I love supporting the girls and screaming my head off for them. But I feel like that's my capacity in the sport these days. I hope when my kids look back at my Olympic journey, they just see that I had fun. I worked really, really, really hard at it. I overcame obstacles. I pushed through adversity, but I was in love with my sport as much during the Olympics than I was like the first day I walked into the gym. It is my family. So Andrew, me, Drew, Jet, Bear, Nash, and our last name, East. Yeah. Don't laugh.